Greetings, Dennis Daniels here. I've got two ISOs, trixbox and elastix. These are both based on the 2.6 kernel. I'm going to show you the difference in how fedora12 virtual machine handles them. I'll go ahead and set up both. It wants my password, authenticate, and alright, so I'm going to create a new one. We'll call this TB for trixbox, forward, browse local, desktop, trixbox, open. OS is Linux, version is generic, we'll call it generic because CentOS is not in here. And forward. One CPU, I'll just use the defaults. Forward, and let's see, advanced options. We'll leave all that quiet, finish. Alright, so it's creating the domain. Go ahead and boot, and boot. Now, while this is doing it, it's created the QEMU hard drive right there, and we'll wait for it to do its thing. I'm going to pause by right-clicking on the square up here. Alright, so go ahead and select US and wait for it. Pause. Okay, so the Trixbox system installer appears to be working, Anaconda. Alright, so keyboard system, just click OK. Control Alt. This is very important for you mouse people out there. Control plus Alt to grab the keyboard when in virtual machine. Let's see if I can activate it. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm going to give it a password. This is much further than I got with elastix, by the way. And retrieving installation information. And it looks like it's going to work. More or less. Now Trixbox actually blew up my fedora12 machine last time, about 2 hours into the installation. It takes a long time to install. Alright, so Control Alt to get keyboard back or mouse back. I'm going to pause the virtual machine and show you the difference. Let's see if it's going to work. Can't tell if it's pausing or not. Let's check the CPU, view, details, performance. Alright, it's still at 48%. Pause. Alright, it should drop to 0 or close to it. Alright, it seems to be pausing. Alright, so I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call this elastix. And forward, I'm going to use the ISO, browse local, desktop, elastix, and OS is Linux. And it said generic 2.6 and forward. Keep all that same. And in a second I should get boot. Alright, so I'm loading the VIMs. Control Alt to get control of the keyboard if I need it again, or the mouse. Now I recognize that I am running 2 VMs and it might actually be too much for my dual core 4 gig machine, but regardless, there is a difference in the way Virtual Manager handles one ISO over the other, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. And we're still paused. Running the same installer as Trixbox, which is Anaconda. Okay, the Elastic splash screen. Right there, this is the difference. I didn't get this message in trixbox, but I'm getting it in elastix, that the QEMU hard drive was unreadable. So this is something of a question mark for the virtual manager people. Why am I getting a different error message or warning when I'm using an ISO? Does it matter what ISO I'm using? Why would elastix give me the QEMU hard disk warning and trixbox not give me the QEMU hard disk warning? Thanks for watching.